Hello tarot lovers, this is Mervat from the Egyptian Mystic. Welcome back to my channel. Today I want to film all the decks that I have been working with on September, and these are the ones that inspired me and the ones that I worked most of the time using them. I will start with this beautiful oracle, Seasons of the Witch, MABON oracle, because it represents MABON, and that's the autumn equinox on the 21st of September, and I'm filming this deck on the 21st of September. So this is the deck that I've been using during this month, and I really enjoyed working with it. I love all the series of the Seasons of the Witch. I have them all. And although you might think that they have some similarity, but they are really different, and they are quite enriching and quite powerful and very, very useful. So this is the deck that I have been working with, and I love the color, the beautiful orange that reminds me of the leaves when they are falling, which is beautiful. And this is the guidebook, quite interesting, with lots of spreads and many advices. As you see, I really like it so much, and I love these decks. These are the backs, and I look at this beautiful orange gilding. It's very interesting, really adorable. The quality is great, by Rockpool, and the deck is not in order because I have been using it. Mead and Wine, St. John's, Worth and Marigold, Peppers, Queen of the Dead, Coming of Darkness. You see, the colors are quite suitable to autumn, and with lots of browns and orange and gold and red. Look at this beautiful tobacco card, number 40. Feed your ancestors, raise the sacred smoke to them, for they are hungry to connect. The autumn equinox, number 3. I like the artwork, and this deck pairs with many decks. I paired it with another deck that I will show you now, the Scarecrow, Tea Magic, Apple of My Eye. Look at the artwork, very beautiful. Fawn, the Toad, Cranberries, the Harvest Witch and the Crow, the Coven, Maple Tree. I like the artwork very much, and these decks are quite interesting, and the more I use them, the more I get to know a lot of information. So that is the beautiful Seasons of the Witch, the MABON oracle. And let's pick a card and see what card. I did a reading today, and I received a nice, interesting card. Let me see, maybe I can have it again. Maybe it will be the one that will come out again. The Cranberries. No, it's not the one. Devour the truth and let it sink into the depths of all that came before and all that will come after. So let's check and see what does it stand for. Number 10. Your higher self chose this card because your ancestors are waiting for you. The red color of cranberries instantly brings to mind the blood connection of ancestral healing, and it is through your ancestors that intuitive wisdom is passed down. They wait patiently for you to connect with them, so they can offer the wisdom, strength and power that's available to you by right via the blood within your veins. And the key words are ancestral roots, connections, power, claiming or reclaiming. Quite interesting, because I was thinking of something concerning my mother, so maybe that's a good sign. And the other deck that I worked with is this beautiful Bee Tarot by Christopher Huggs, artwork by Nadia Turner. And this is a new deck to me. I got it a couple of months ago, and it is very beautiful. I really enjoyed working with it. By Llewellyn. The box is quite nice, and I like the guidebook. You see it has large colored images. I read some of some pages in this book, but of course not all the book. But it is quite interesting, so it's also a good deck for beginners. It's a Rider-Waite-Smith, easy to read deck. These are the backs. I love the quality. I did edge it in this color. The quality is super, and the colors are so pretty. This is the Keeper, which is the Fool, the Magician. I like the Melissae, which is the High Priestess. I love the image. The colors are quite interesting, and the cardstock is like linen, the Empress and the Emperor. I like the tones of colors. The Delphi Bee. It's a beautiful deck. The Strength card, the Hermit, that's the Wheel. Beautiful card. Look at this beautiful card. It reminds me of Harvest, and so I find that this deck is quite appropriate during this time. And look at this interesting card, Justice and the Sting of the Bee. So it's quite powerful. And here is the Death card, the Temperance, the Devil, the Tower, the Star, beautiful Moon card, beautiful Sun card, the Judgment, which is the Rebirth and the World. And really the artwork is stunning. The colors and everything, the details, so pretty. Look at this, the Four of Wands, and these beautiful flowers, the lavender flowers, and the Five of Wands. Really a lot of beautiful flowers. You will see many beautiful flowers. This is the Eight of Wands. So it's an easy deck to use, and I really find it quite interesting. One of those beautiful Rider-Waite-Smith clones. This is the Two of Jars, the Three Jars is the Suit of Cups, and this is a beautiful Five of Jars, the Six, and this is the 7, 8, 9, and 10, the Court cards. Then the Suit of Swords. Look at this Four of Swords with this field of flowers. The artwork is really adorable, and I love the colors. It's quite soothing. This deck is really beautiful to use. And these are the Court cards of the Swords. And this is the Ace of Pentacles, the 2, the 3, and the 4. I like also the Six of Pentacles with all these items, the 7, the 8, the 9, and 10, and the Court cards. So this is a beautiful deck, and I paired it with the Seasons of the Witch. They really work nicely together. Let's have a look. So if we have the cards like this, I think they work nicely together. The colors are beautiful, and they match very well, and it is appropriate to this season. Look at this, really great. Very nice, beautiful. They are so nice together, and they match perfectly well, and they represent the season of harvest and the beginning of autumn. So I did a lot of readings using these two decks, and I really find it so nice. Look at these. This is the Princess of Wands, the Scarecrow, and the Seven of Pentacles. And this is number 34, which is also 7. and here also this, you see, quite interesting. And this, I like these decks together, and I find it really beautiful to work with them. So those are two decks that I have been working with this month. And let me show you another deck. I just want to clear some space, and I'll arrange them later on. This is a beautiful deck, which is the Steele Wizard Tarot by Pamela Steele, and this is the first edition. There is a second edition which is borderless, but I love the older version. I have this deck since a very long time. Let me tell you when is the, I think 2016, something like that. 2006, this is the first edition, but I got it around 2012, 2013. This is the guidebook, and they are large and quite interesting. Let me show you the cards. These are the backs, beautiful backs, and I etched it in black, and they have this large borders. I never thought of trimming it because I do love the borders and I like the black background. This is the Fool and the Magician. I like the High Priestess very much. This is a large deck with many extra cards. This is the Empress. I have seen the new version, but I do like this one. This is the Emperor. I like the borders. This is the Hierophant. It's quite unique, the Lovers, and the Chariot, the Strength, and the Hermit, the Wheel of Fortune and Justice, the Hanged Man. Transition is the Death card. Temperance. Materialism is the Devil, the Tower, the Star, the Moon, the Sun, Judgment, and the World. And then we have number 22 is the Weaver, and I like this card. Number 23 is the Universe. 24 is Truth. 25 is Soul Twins. 26 is Evolution, and 27 is I Am. So we have 5 extra cards, and this is the Ace of Wands, the Suit of Wands. Look at the borders. You will see that the borders are different in each suit. This is the 5, 6, 7, and beautiful 8, 9, and 10. We have the Maiden of Wands and the Page of Wands. So these are 2 pages. The Knight, the Queen, and King. So there is an extra card for the suit of the court cards. Are 5 for each suit. This is the Ace of Cups, the 2, the 3, and look at this beautiful 4 of Cups is one of my interesting cards. This is the 5. I like the artwork. It's really done beautifully. This is the 6 and the 7. So it has its own energy. 8 of Cups and the 9, the 10. I like the artwork. The Maiden, the Page, the Knight, the Queen, and King. Look at the swords. The borders are different. You see, bluish, the 2 of Swords. It's really done beautifully. This is the 3, the 4, the 5. A beautiful, unique deck. I like the colors and I like the artwork. This is also a beautiful 7 of Swords, the 8, the 9, and 10, the Maiden, the Page, the Knight, the Queen, and King. And then we see the Pentacles. They have this brownish color. The borders are different too. This is the 2, 3, and 4. Look at this 4 of coins, Pentacles, and the 5, the 6. Although it is a Rider-Waite-Smith clone, but it has a very special energy, and I love to use this deck. I like the Maiden of Pentacles. Look at her. The cards are glossy, but I like the quality very much. And I have been using this deck a lot. I put it in order when I started to film it. I like to show you the cards in order. And I have been using this oracle, the Flowers of the Night oracle by Sherilyn Darcy, and this is also one of my favorite oracles. It's quite powerful and it always gives me very, very accurate readings. So let me show you this beautiful oracle. And I like the box from the inside. It's green and the book is so well written. We have here a description of the flower and where it grows, and quite interesting. And then the explanation of the card, affirmations and keywords. Really, the book is so well written, and I will pick a card and show you. These are the backs, and I edged it in this beautiful green to match the box, and they are nice. The cards are beautiful. Only dark, I mean night flowers, and you will find sometimes an animal here or there, black background, but the artwork, I don't know, I felt so attracted to this deck, and it's one of my earliest oracles, and it never failed me. It always gives me very accurate readings. It's one of the decks that I always have on my desk. I always come back and use it. I mean, it is really a powerful deck, especially when I'm thinking of something, there is a situation which I feel that I need an advice. I always go and use this beautiful oracle. So it's not, I mean, the artwork is not the strongest suit in this deck. It has a very powerful energy, and I feel so connected to it. So it's sort of a soul deck to me. And let's pick a card, because I want to read from the guidebook so that you can have a feel of this oracle. I really highly recommend it, and I have like 5 decks for Sherilyn Darcy. They are all botanical. She's an expert, and all her oracles are so unique. But this one is my favorite. So Death is the card that I got. So let's see, Death. Here we have the description of the herb, which is the devil's trumpet. It's found throughout the world in warmer climates, but its origins are unknown. So an ending is indicated. You may be about to experience it, or you may need to invoke it yourself. Devil's trumpet can also be reminding you of something that has passed. Often it's impossible for the new to grow and take hold until the old has actually died in some way and ceased to be. A time of sleep, long earned rest, and withdrawal may be forthcoming and attained. Loss is a strong force associated with Devil's Trumpet, so extra care should be taken at the moment, as well as consideration for things you may actually wish to let go of. Now would be a very good time to take action to release what you no longer require. A very positive aspect of Devil's Trumpet is that it can also signify the end of difficulties and challenges, I hope so, which you may have had to face, as well as the completion of arduous tasks undertaken to attain goals. Challenges include feeling unable to walk away from a situation or to admit defeat. And this is exactly what I'm feeling, because I had some family disputes, and I feel that this card is quite, I mean, it has a lot of meanings to me. So let's see these 2 decks together. You see, the cards are quite large for the Steele Wizard, and I find that they are so beautiful together. You see? So I really like to put them. They are so nice with this black, a lot of black background. So look at this. And so here is the Queen of Pentacles, Acceptance, and the 8 of Cups. Wow. And then here We have the King of Pentacles, Creation, and the Seven of Cups. I find that they are really beautiful together. I love matching the decks that I'm using. It's a very funny task and I enjoy it. This is the King of Cups, Depth, and the Five of Cups. So as you see, they are really nice together. So that was my the second decks, the other two decks that I have been working with. And let's move on, and I will show you a new deck that I just got, which is the Mists of Avalon Oracle by Rose Insera and illustrated by Nadia Turner. So Nadia Turner is the illustrator of this deck, and she's also the illustrator of the B Tarot that we had just seen now. And I've wanted to buy this deck for a long time, and some of my friends, the friends of my channel, talked about this deck, that it is powerful and nice, and I enjoyed it so much. The guidebook is amazing. It's about Avalon and the mysteries of Avalon, and these are the explanations of the cards. I liked this deck so much, and the cards are so beautiful. These are the backs. It's glossy. It's by Rockpool, and I etched it in this color to match this small golden border in the middle, and they are so beautiful. This is number 23, Lancelot. Galahad. I really enjoyed the explanations that are written in the guidebook about these cards, and it's quite interesting. The artwork is so beautiful. Look at those. They are not in order. This is the Dragon, Arierhood, Rhiannon, Branwen, the Wild Spring, the Sacred Union, the Abbey, Morgan Le Fay, Ceridwen, the Fairy, Bridget, Taliesin, Camelot, Nimue. You see, and this is Merlin, this is King Arthur, the Holy Grail, Igraine, the Chalice Hill, the Sacred Grove, Guinevere, the White Hart, and the Mists of Avalon. Look at the cards, so beautiful and interesting. I enjoyed working with this oracle so much, and it's my newest oracle. I got it 3 weeks ago, and I enjoyed it so much. Look at these are the backs, and the artwork is really beautiful. And I used to pair it with this Wildwood Tarot, which I've been using also this month, by Mark Ryan and John Matthews, and they have such beautiful oracles and tarot decks, and I have many of them. So I want to do a video filming all these druidic decks. I have this deck since a very long time, and this is the guidebook. It's quite interesting. I haven't finished it all. I haven't finished reading the book, but it's quite interesting and has a lot of information. So these are the backs. This lovely oak tree, I trimmed it. It had white borders, and I edged it in this dark green, so the cards became smaller, but you can see the artwork clearer because it has very beautiful artwork. This is one of my oldest decks. This is the Wanderer, which is the Fool. I put them in order before filming. The Shaman is the Magician. The Seer is the High Priestess. This is one of the cards that sold me to the deck. The Seer, look at this. Look at this gorgeous card. It's one of my favorite decks. And this is the Green Woman, the Green Man, the Ancestor, the Forest Lovers, the Archer, beautiful Chariot card, the Stag, and I like this Hooded Man, the Wheel, the Woodward, and look at this, the Mirror. It's not an easy deck to use. It is really for advanced readers. The Journey, Balance, the Guardian, the Blasted Oak. I like this Pole Star card. The Moon, the Sun of Life, the Great Bear, and the World Tree. So the bows are the suit of fire. This is the 2 and this is the 3, the 4, and there are some nice keywords. Celebration is for the 4, empowerment for the 5 of bows, abundance is for the 6, clearance is for the 7, hearth fire is 8 of bows, which is nice also, respect, 9 of bows, responsibility. Here is the Page, the Queen, and the King. Because I got this deck, I didn't have it's missing a card. The Knight of Bows, I don't have it, so that's too bad. And here is the Vessels, is the suit of cups, the 2 and the 3. Look at this 4. 5 of Vessels is ecstasy, and this is the 6. It's quite interesting, but there are some images that are you need the guidebook. I mean, the guidebook is essential to use this deck. This is the 10, happiness, Page, the Knight, the Queen, and the King. The arrows is the suit of swords. I love this 2 of arrows. Injustice, one of my favorite cards. Jealousy is the 3, 4. This is also nice. The 5 of arrows is frustration. The 6, look at this 7, insecurity. So that's why I'm telling you there are some, it's a little bit different than the normal, I mean the explanations that we are used to. This is the Page, the Knight, the Queen, and King. And here is the suit of stones, 5 of stones, endurance. I like this card too. This is the 6. Healing is 7, skill is 8, tradition is 9, home is the 10 of swords, the Page is the lynx, the Knight is the horse, the Queen is the bear, and the King is the wolf. So this is a beautiful, interesting deck, and it has all the colors of autumn. This is a deck that is perfectly appropriate during this time, because it has this autumn colors. And I paired it with the Mists of Avalon Oracle. I worked with them together. So as you see, they are really nice. I love the colors, perfect. And the borders are quite beautiful. You see these greens and oranges and dark yellows. Look at this. Beautiful. Perfect. I mean, it is perfect. Look at this. Lovely. I was so happy using these 2 decks together, and they gave me lovely and powerful readings. Look at this. 2 of Vessels, attraction, with Genevieve, and the King of Stones, which is the wolf. Beautiful. And here we have the Ace of Vessels with the Sacred Grove and the 10 of Stones. You see, they are so nice with the colors and the energy and the time. I mean, they are perfect together. The same feel of this England during autumn. Look at this. Quite interesting. So those are 2 other decks that I have been working with, and I really enjoyed it. And then let me show you another deck that I have been working with and I have been struggling with. This is the Witch's Wisdom Tarot. And I like this deck so much, but it is so challenging. I had difficulty using this deck, really. This is the box, and it has a different system, as you will see. The guidebook is nice, but let's talk about the cards. I don't know if you have this deck. I think many of you has it. These are the backs. They are gorgeous. It's by Hay House. The quality is superb. I edged it in this blue. So the size is perfect. The quality is perfect. The artwork is perfect. But the thing is that the system is different. The numbers of the measures are completely different. So this is the Pilgrim, which is the Fool. That's nice. And then the Council of All Beings is the Magician. I tried to renumber it, but you see I ruined. It was numbered number 1. And then I did it 20, and then I did it number 1 again. I mean, I'm so upset about what I have done. I don't know how to redo it. This is the Priestess, the Great Mother. It was numbered, all the numbers are completely different. Only the Fool was number 0. And here is the Great Mother, the Guardian. The Wisdom Keeper is the Hierophant. Love is the Lovers. The Journey is the Chariot card. The Strength card is number 8. The Shaman is the Hermit. So I did renumber it as I'm used to. I couldn't use their system. I mean, I had to renumber them. So, and I think I've seen a video of on one of the channels that they did the same. They renumbered all the measures. So this is the Wheel of Life. Balance is number 11. The Offering is number 12, which is the Hanged Man. And I don't feel so connected to this card as the Hanged Man. That's why I'm telling you, I really am still struggling with this deck, although I love the artwork. Rebirth is the Death card. Healing is the Temperance. Ancestor is the Devil, which is a little bit unusual. But in the book, it says that you ask yourself, what are the mistakes that you have done, and what are the things that you... I mean, it's like facing your shadow self. This is the Maze, which is the Tower, the Star, the Moon. The Sun was number 4. You see, it's quite unusual. Initiation is the Judgment card, and then the World. So I did have difficulty with the measures. And then here are this is the Suit of Fire, the Ace, number 2, number 3 and 4, the 5, 6. You see, the artwork is so beautiful, and the cardstock is great. And this is the 10. The Court cards, we have the Messenger for the Page, the Witch for the Knight, the Goddess is the Queen, and the Craftsman is the King. And then we have Ace of Water, the 2 of Water, the 3, the 4, the 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. I like the artwork so much. Here we have the Page, Messenger, and the Witch, the Goddess, and the Craftsman of Water. Then here is the Ace of Air, the 2. It's a little bit difficult. I mean, it's not for beginners, of course. You need to be, I mean, aware of the tarot so that you can be able to use this deck. I like this 8 of Air. It's not, it's like advising you to see the bigger picture, like this eagle. So, which is okay, nice. This is the 9 and 10. Some cards are very nice, and some cards I have difficulty with. This is the Goddess of Air, very beautiful depiction. The Queen of Swords, you see she's with the like the spider, relationships. And this is the Craftsman of Air, also I like it. And then we have the Earth Suit of Earth, the 4, 5 and 6. So it is a beautiful deck, but you have to work a lot to get used to it. But of course, always I'm one of those who really like different decks. Working with these sort of decks, you will always learn something new. So I'm still struggling with this deck, but I really like it so much. That is the Witch's Wisdom tarot deck. So those are the decks that I have been working with in September. I enjoyed working with them, and I thought that it's a good chance to show them to you. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like it, please give it a thumbs up, share, subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for being here, and bye.